I'm remembering my corporate days. Now, a typical day was full of emotions. Now, different types of emotions, where there was happiness, there was joy. We had hit targets to a point of perhaps we did not exceed expectations of a client, so they were complaining. We experienced anxiety, or shall I say, I experienced anxiety. I would experience rejection. Basically, my emotional life or graph, if I was to draw it, from the moment that I stepped into work, I had no control over it, or so I thought. It was all over the charts. So whether you're speaking to a client, you're speaking to a member of staff, or you're speaking to the police on the road, or you're speaking to the person at the gate, or you're just calling your family and connecting with them, the emotions were there just waiting to take off. And as a result, I experienced a huge yo-yo, and stress would appear suddenly, just as easily as peace would appear. My thoughts would come in uninvited in my quiet moments. I would doubt myself. I would be fearful. I would imagine that I'm not going to hit targets. Oh, my corporate life. I experienced all this. So if you are in corporate, you would understand what it is I'm talking about. But also an entrepreneur, because today I'm an entrepreneur and I understand the different emotions that I experience from the morning to the evening. Whereas at my place of work, I was governed by the check-in or the clock-in time and the check-out or the clock-out time. As an entrepreneur, I am on 24/7. Being on 24/7 means that those emotions, it's like we've given them a playing field. They're just running away all the time with your thoughts, with your environment. That's when I learned that I needed an equilibrium with my emotions, that I needed to be able to regulate them. Have you found yourself at times you're so annoyed about a certain situation? And I'm going to get really primal about this. And then a child walks in or a baby is brought to you and then you're smiling. That tells you that you have the capability or the capacity to move or flip from one emotion to the other instantly. And this is something then that I learned and I continue to use. So I could be speaking to a client right now, and I'll give you an example. Just yesterday, I got a rejection. I had worked on this proposal for the longest time, and I got a rejection. And there's a lot of emotions that come with it. But the next call that I got a win. Do you see how I'm flipping from one emotion to the other? So what is your emotional equilibrium? Do you have one? Having heard my story, does it give you the opportunity to consider regulating your emotions and getting on with life? I hope I have spoken to you today. Thank you so much for listening to Bites by Clarity Coach Lucy.